Hi Cancer, thank you for joining me for your March love reading. For those of you who are new to tarot, or if you would just like to check out my recording schedule or any of the card decks that I've used, or literally anything else about my channel, then you can check all of that out in my descriptions box or in my pinned comment below. There you can find an extensive list of information, and it means that I can just get straight into your reading. If you're cross-watching, please remember that you can just reverse this around, okay? Right, so Cancerian Collective in love for the month of March. For some reason, I'm getting Capricorn energy that's coming through in your reading, Cancers. Now, I don't know if you've got that someplace in your chart or if that's the individual that you're dealing with, but Capricorn energy is screaming loud and clear in your read. So the things to note with Capricorn energy, it can be quite a stubborn energy. So you could just be dealing with someone who's really stuck or really stubborn, really stuck in their ways. They could be a really sort of stringent individual. They could be very sort of career orientated as well. Or there's something about some kind of heavy restriction that they're facing, that's somehow stopping or putting some kind of a pause on the situation with you. I'm trying to figure out the reasons as to why the Capricorn energy is really dominating your read. So obviously any of those messages that I've just relayed on to you, if they were for you, you'll know, because it'll fit for your situation. If not, not a problem. You can just sort of bypass that and leave it for another Cancerian. Right, so the card that came out for you, grieving. Now, I did keep seeing this card in your pre-shuffle, Cancers. So there's something here that's changed very, very dramatically, okay? Something that was outside of your control, and yet you've had to go with that particular tide of change anyway. It's something that was difficult. It's pushed you to your limits. It's tested you inner strength. It's tested you basically to your limits. Some of you could be grieving for the individual that you thought someone else was as well, which is a really, really difficult, it's an awful thing to go through, you know, to be in love with somebody and then have to grieve the person that you thought they were. It's one of the hardest things that you could do, because basically you have to grieve for the loss of someone who isn't dead, you know, that they're still alive, they still look the same, but ultimately they're not who you thought they were. So you have to allow yourself to go through this particular grieving process. Right. Okay, now obviously I don't know if this is going to be the same individual that comes out in your tarot or if it's about someone else, okay? You might even, for some of you, you could be grieving for the person that you used to be as well. Right. So we're going to ask very specific questions about the individual that you're dealing with. And the first thing that we're going to look at for you, Cancers, is how your person in love is currently seeing you at this time. Thank you. The Star. Okay, so that's Aquarian energy. Now, it's interesting because I pay really close attention to the direction which the cards fall out in, and that in itself is telling me a story about, you know, when how the cards come out. So that came out kind of off balance, right? So there's, with the way that that came out, it tells me that you're in the thick of it. You're in the middle of this grieving process. You're on the way to healing, but you're not quite there yet. You know, that there's still work to be done. It's telling me that your healing process is still a very ongoing situation. Okay, it's still very active in your energy. Right. How is this person seeing Cancers, please? Right, Five of Swords. It's more Aquarius energy. I get the impression here that someone is fighting your corner for you, Cancers. You've got Two of Wands, it's Aries energy, and the Three of Swords is Libra. So someone around you, someone close, dear to you, is seeing that right now you're going through a lot, okay? They're trying to fight your corner for you, but without overstepping the mark, okay? Now, this could be a friend, this could be a family member, but they see that someone else has hurt you. Someone has cut very, very deeply, and they've left you in this mind frame of basically having to sort through the junk that they've left behind. It's like you having to dissect the situation. You left trying to figure out what was real and what was not real, because I'm getting this strong impression here that somebody has pertained to be one thing, and it's transpired that they were something else entirely different. There's someone around you who is bearing witness to your current heartache, to your current situation. Again, they are being really careful about how they can help, because obviously they don't want to be interfering, they don't want to be making you feel claustrophobic, because, you know, when you're going through this, while it's nice to know that somebody is advocating for you, you don't want to be drowning in like them as well. It's like right now you just need some breathing space, is what I'm trying to say, and they appreciate that, they completely understand it. But what they're telling me here is, look, Cancer, you're going through this really awful time, but you're not on your own, okay? That there is someone around you who, if you wanted somebody to hug you and to hold your hand and to help you through this, then they are there for you, okay? That's what they're telling me here. Okay, what's in their heart space, please, toward Cancers? Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarian energy. So in their heart space, they know that you're going to come out of this situation, and you're going to come out better than ever, okay? It's the card of fate, karma, destiny, things moving forward, things moving in the right direction. So in their heart space, it's like they know that you're going to come out on top in this situation. You've then got the High Priestess, it's moon energy, but it came out basically in reverse, right? So there's something that's going to come out here, Cancer. In their heart space, they're wanting to tell you how they feel. They're wanting to express something to you, but right now they're keeping it to themselves. What else is in their heart space toward Cancer? Thank you. Death, Scorpion energy. Okay, transition, transformation, a major life change. Interestingly enough, we basically had that in your grieving card. You can see the big blue butterfly. Straight away, like the words were coming through, that's a huge life change. So yeah, this is someone who's got your back, basically. They're giving you this breathing space that you need, and you know what? As soon as you say, right, that's it, I'm ready, I feel now that I'm at the point where I can start to move forward, they're going to be right there waiting for you, like literally right there. It's a nice energy. I feel they're a very calming influence on you as well. It's someone who just by you being around them, you automatically feel safe and calm and at ease. That they've got that kind of vibe around them. It's interesting. What actions is this individual likely to take toward Cancer, please? The Sun, Leo energy, the Devil, there's your Capricorn energy, and the Empress, Divine Feminine energy, Taurus and Libra. So in the actions towards you, Cancers, it's lovely. It's really, really nice. So we're seeing a brand new beginning with the sun, happiness and success, and someone stepping forward, someone standing in their power, someone reminding you or helping you to remember your Empress energy. Now, please do bear in mind, it doesn't make a difference if you're feminine, masculine, or gender fluid. The cards in tarot, they're literally not gender specific, okay? It's just energies. So we're seeing a turnaround, right? In their actions towards you, it feels quite indirect. And what I mean by that is they're going to help you to remember who you are. Okay, somehow they're not going to say it. It's like something that they do or something that they show you that helps you to remember who you truly are, and they help you to remember your true power. It's not to say that you need somebody that's going to, you know, do that for you, because obviously you can validate yourself, right? It's not about that. This is about someone who's got your back. And with this being in a love read, it doesn't necessarily need to be someone in a romantic sense of the word. Although for some of you, yes, it will be. But for some of you, this could be like a sibling or a parent or a child, or just a best friend. You know, someone who is on your level, someone who is a really good person that's got your back. It's not about an echo chamber either, right? Because this is someone who is very level-headed, very realistic, and it's like they can see if you're about to drift off a bit. That's the type of individual that will quickly snap you back into reality when you need it. You know, it's the type of friend that can give you a boot up the backside when you're needing it. It's someone who will pull you out of your darkest hole when you're struggling. You know, it's that kind of individual. So whoever read this is, honestly, this individual, it feels like you're lucky to have each other. Because there's nothing that this individual wouldn't do for you, and equally there's nothing that you wouldn't do for them as well. It's very, very mutual. But I will be honest, I'm not feeling that this is romantic. Not at this stage, I'm not. It could be, yeah, but this feels more like the early stages of somebody who is a very trustworthy ally. And you're going to be seeing evidence of exactly how trustworthy they really are, okay? That they're very, very loyal to you. And they're certainly this reminder here that they're about to give you that pertains to your true worth and your true power. It feels refreshing. It really feels refreshing. It's someone who can say the difficult things to you when or if it's called for, with that devil energy. Right, your blockage, the Hierophants, Taurus energy. So the blockage here is about someone didn't learn some type of lesson. The blockage is, Cancers, you feel like you were taken advantage of. That's what that is. That's your blockage. You felt like this individual here was taking advantage of you. It's under there, the Ace of Coins. For some of you, you feel like you've wasted time as well. So keep that in check, okay? Because obviously the last thing you want to be doing is encouraging negativity. Yeah, granted, what they've put you through is unacceptable, okay? Make sure that you're not taking on their energy as if it were your own, Okay, you need to really dissect this situation very carefully, and try not to hold on to that resentment of them having wasted your time. I appreciate it's something that once it's gone, and you can't get that lost time back. So the best way forward is to avoid wasting more of your time by holding on to resentments. You were dealing with an individual who they wouldn't listen. There's something here about drugs as well for some of you. Not all of you, for some of you. They might have put like drugs or alcohol above the relationship with you. They could have done. But it's certainly an individual who consistently kept making the same mistakes over and over and over, never getting the message. It's like the message was never getting through, that they were going to lose you, they were going to lose the relationship with you, that they just weren't getting it. They just kept doing the same thing repeatedly, and it wore you down. It legitimately wore you down, and that's what you're currently building yourself back from. Okay, can you have some more clarity, please, for Cancers? Oh, girl with popcorn. Going out, excess, escapism, little regard for consequence, creating a mess and not paying attention. Yeah, that's the individual that broke your heart. That's the one that was taking the piss, basically taking advantage. It was everything about their energy is all about excess. Everything was in excess. Which what gave me the impression of somebody being some type of an addict. They were addicted to something other than the relationship with you. On guard, competing for someone, at an impasse, guarded, not needing space, takes time and skilled interaction. So for some of you, see with this Empress energies here, for some of you, you could have had a family with this individual. So you might, it's not going to be as clear cut as go no contact. For a lot of you, that's not going to be possible, because for a lot of you, there's a family situation here that's embroiled with this individual. So you're still going to need to communicate, unfortunately, with that individual. So they're saying here, keep the contact preferably to a minimum, but also make sure that anything that you say, it's not going to get twisted around into being something else. Okay, because again, with their frame of mind, they're in a very sort of spiteful frame of mind, so they would be looking to try and hurt you. Okay, and the only way at this point that they could do that is through lies. You know, that's one of your big things. You don't like liars. So if they're going to lie about you, they understand that that's how they can get a reaction out of you. So make sure that the communication is well thought through. It's for Cancers, please. True love, this is the romance of a lifetime. Free yourself, it's time to take back control of your life, and flirt in reverse. Extend your light-hearted energies to others. Right, so you're not feeling ready to move on from this particular situation just yet, Cancers. And that's absolutely fine. You must never ever put any kind of pressure on yourself. You move forward when you feel comfortable to move forward. Okay, don't feel like you have to move on straight away, especially not from a situation like that, because I completely appreciate how much shit that individual has dragged you through. And it will take you a while to work through everything, okay? At one point, you know, you thought that this was your true love, this was your love of a lifetime, and now you're finding yourself in a situation where you have to free yourself from that and from that individual. Again, it's like the facade of who they pretend themselves to be. That mask slipped, and when it slipped, it was fucking horrifying, okay? I would be mindful, don't completely shut yourself off here, Cancers, to brand new possibilities. Slowly, slowly, slowly start to open yourself up back again, okay? Slowly, slowly, just a little bit at a time. Because I'm feeling that for some of you, you see this individual who's got your back. For some of you, not all of you, that's a situation that can potentially blossom into a true love, romance of a lifetime situation. It's for Cancers, please. Oh, yes. Yeah. I did say that some of you felt like you were being used. The Selkie and her skin reclaiming your authenticity. The status quo is keeping you trapped. You feel that you're being used. Yeah. It's going to take you a while to grow from this situation. Song of the Siren, the call, summoning, voice to acknowledge. Speak your truth, watch your words. Your voice holds power, so use it wisely. So again, we saw that with your On Guard card about communication. Be very, very careful about what it is that you're saying to that ex. Very, very careful. And again, cross-watchers, with this being a general read, you can reverse this, all right? So that this could have been a Cancerian that was doing all of this to you, okay? It can be reversed. But it's interesting how we're getting so many repeating messages out here for you Cancers. Be mindful of your words. I don't know, I'm feeling that someone's waiting for you to make a mistake. Someone's waiting for you to slip up. It's for Cancers, please. Thank you. Reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it's only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. And surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So basically, what's going on here, Cancers, is unfortunately you have been taken advantage of by somebody. And you're having to work through all of the pain and hurt and devastation that comes with that, right? In the meanwhile, there is someone else around you who's waiting in the wings and is like, they kind of don't know what to do with themselves right now, because obviously if they make a move too soon, then they're going to be seen as basically taking advantage of someone who's currently hurting, which is not what they're wanting to come across as, okay? They're being really careful. I'm not seeing that you've really noticed them as much though, because everything else is going on with you, you know, especially for those of you where you had children with this individual that we saw in your first row. you know, you would obviously be very focused on the kids and on making sure that they're okay and, you know, all of that responsible stuff. I'm not seeing that you're thinking so heavily on your own love romantic side of things. You are definitely being really, really practical, really realistic as well. And not only that as well, it's going to take you some time to trust someone else again when it comes down to your heart. Especially, you know, you've gone through that. It will take you time to learn to trust again. But you will get there. You will get there. Your very last tarot card that came out is the Empress. And whenever that shows up at the end of a tarot read, it tells me that there is going to be a very, very happy and prosperous outcome to your current situation, Cancer. So you will be finding your strength again. You will be finding your power again. That there will be a happy ending to your current situation. For Cancers, please. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Check your priorities and wipe the slate clean. It says, time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. And somebody is flirting with you. Yeah. That's why that flirt card came out in reverse. You suspected that somebody was flirting. You weren't sure though, and you kind of shrugged it off, you know, because to be fair, right now you feel that you're not in the situation to, you know, flirt back. You're not really in that space of feeling ready to move on just yet. You're still very much in the thick of it. Maintain communication with that individual, the one that's got your back. Maintain communication with them. Have a healing message, please, for Cancers. Motion, air. Okay. So as I always say, you get 3 messages that come with these cards. Your first message from the creator of the deck. Your second and most important message is from your own intuition while you're looking at the card. And then your third message from your reader and their intuition. So it says, be flexible yet grounded. Allow yourself free thought, move and choose. Find your freedom. Use your voice resourcefully. That's 3 times we've had that message out for you now, Cancers. Stand up for what it is that you believe in and be mindful of the way that you communicate. And this card is ruled by the element of air. So again, never ever be afraid to speak your truth, Cancer. Providing that you're speaking your truth and you've nothing to be ashamed or afraid of. Okay. But interesting, we've had, be careful about what you say. It's come out 3 times. So Cancers, please. Okay, trust the process. So your focus is trust in the process. Everything always works out. Something better is on the horizon, and have total confidence in the universe. So that's your focus, to remember that you're heading towards something that is actually more in alignment with you. It's more in alignment with your, I don't want to say highest good because it sounds really patronising, but it's just more in alignment with like your own moral compass. You're absolutely headed towards something far, far better. And again, we've seen that message already in your read. Right, so for your bonus message, I do have to give a warning with this deck because it's very, very similar to the Rebel deck. So if you're not into foul-mouthed messages that come across as being really blunt, then you might want to switch off now, okay? So yeah, let's pull you your bonus message, Cancers. Oh, you got 2. Keep your word. Something's so right about that. Yeah. Someone consistently was breaking promises to you. And you might be tempted to do the same to them in return. And you're being reminded here now, Cancers, you don't play that way. Don't stoop down to their level. Okay? You keep your word and you let them carry on doing whatever it is that they're doing. Sweet have a meditation staycation. Yeah, so you didn't actually get any really sweary cards at the end there. You never can tell with this deck. Most of them are really out there. So yeah, it's time for you to rest, reevaluate, meditate. Try not to get drawn back into that situation that you've either just freed yourself from or you're about to free yourself from. Don't let that poisonous individual sway you back into their world. Okay, you've worked really, really hard to get yourself to this point. Now is not the time to be going back on your word. It's an interesting read. So that's what I have for you, Cancers. If you would like to book a private reading with me, then the link to do so is in the descriptions box and it's in the pinned comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely week and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi guys, so I just wanted to do this extra segment at the end of the videos to explain my table theme throughout the month of March. So my table theme is dedicated to a really beautiful, kind soul. She's called Karen. I'm not going to give her full name, obviously, because I would like to protect her full identity, but she's called Karen and she's from the Maliseet tribe, which means the people of the beautiful river. And she sent me this, I hope I can pronounce it correctly. She sent me this Willamaskill, which is sweet grass, and it's grown in her territory. And it's actually one of their 4 sacred medicines, so it's really, really special. She taught me how to use it properly and how to look after it. And she also sent this beautiful dream catcher as well. And that was actually handmade by a Mi'kmaq elder. And I keep this on my wall close to me at all times. And she also sent me this beautiful handmade card as well. I am completely and utterly grateful for her kindness and her generosity. It's absolutely incredible. And that's why I wanted to dedicate this month's theme purely to Karen and to her tribe and to her people, to her culture. It's honestly to have these items that are so utterly special is just so incredible. I'm so grateful. I'm so proud as well. So thank you so much, Karen. Waliwan.